What's up? I'm Hugs. That's Sam. Welcome to Hugs and Sam. Today we're getting to My Hero Academia, episode 33. Last episode, not a ton of it. It was like a Sue episode. It showed some of the other people in their internships, but mostly it was a Sue episode.
Yeah. But I loved it.
It was awesome.
I personally loved it.
The only thing that kind of sucks, okay, I'm really excited about My Hero in general as like an ensemble cast. I love that they spotlight stories with other characters, minor characters, rather than just Izuku all the time.
Yeah.
We've seen a lot of that through Todoroki, which was an amazing story that we saw of his mother, his father, his whole background, and kind of what's going on with him in his life. And I thought we would have more of these as they go forward in this episode revolving around Sue. I was like, oh, this is great. We're going to get these for like all the characters. Yeah. We're going to get to know everybody. But then a lot of comments were like, I don't like this episode because it makes no sense. It's the only one that focuses on other characters. So I'm like, oh, there's no more that do that? Like,
which
that
is
sucks.
Slightly a spoiler. Because,
not really.
Because, I mean, I look at it as kind of like a spoiler because... I mean, we were, like, expecting to know more, but, like, we would... If somebody had never watched that far, they wouldn't know that.
Yeah, but that's not really a spoiler. A spoiler requires it to have some, like, weight in the future. You know, like, of a storyline or of, like, something of significance. Just saying there's no more filler episodes isn't really a...
Yeah.
Because that's kind of a filler episode. Yeah. I mean, I'd rather know than not know. Because I would rather not be expecting more information or more like standalone episodes because it is kind of sad now that I know there aren't any.
Yeah, exactly. And those people that had just watched up to that episode, they wouldn't have known that. And so if they were where we are right now, they wouldn't have known that. You know what I mean? So it just kind of like changes my perspective on it a little bit.
Yeah, I get that. I understand that. I don't know. And if they were going to do them out of all the characters, I wonder why Sue.
Yeah. I mean, I personally loved that episode a lot. But I mean...
and also we both said before that, which is kind of cool, it was like a couple episodes before, we had both talked about who was our favorite of the minor characters, and we both said Sue, and then there just happens to be this like standalone episode that's all about Sue, which is really cool. And about what it takes to be a hero, what a hero is. Also, Captain Selkie.
Yes.
Thought that was cool. And then, what was her name? Sirius?
Sirius.
I didn't like her as much. Captain Selkie I dug a lot.
Yeah. I was like totally shipping Sirius and Sue.
Ribbit.
Super serious. But
let's get into it and see what's going down. I love Gran Torino. He's too cute. Oh, so they're over? Damn!
本気じゃないし、オールマイトのような最高のヒーローになりてえつうなら、まだまだ学ぶことは多いぞ。はい。
But he's already come so far just spending this time with Gran Torino.
最後に一ついいですか。失礼と思ってずっと聞きそびれてて。タイミング見つからなかったんですけど。
はよしろ、たい焼き食べたいんだ。
世間じゃほとんど。
I wondered that too. Why?
です。
Yeah.
何か訳があったことなんでしょうか。
それは俺、元来ヒーロー活動に興味ないからな。これ以上は俺からより年。オールマイトが話してくれるのを期待してな。
オールマイト。
Seems very secretive.
発射でな。
はい、ありがとうございました。失礼します。
I'm really curious to know more about that.
デクです。
I love that he keeps talking about how similar they are.
Yeah.
All Might and Deku. But I wish he would say it to him.
いつかデクという名が平和の象徴と謳われるその日が。
I love that.
実際交戦はしなかったけどね。それでも
Although she twirls them.
私もトレーニングとパトロールばかりだったわ。一度隣国からの密航者を捕らえたくらい。それすごくない？おちゃこちゃんはどうだったの？ この1週間とても有意義だったよ。目覚めたのね、お茶子ちゃん。
Yeah.
Like mob.
Yeah.
心配しましたわ。
So they all know about it? Oh, they don't know the details. I was wondering if the kids knew the details.
Yeah. Ugh. I don't like that
そう
dog.
だな。
They can't even tell them.
Yeah. Mm.
俺ニュースとか見たけど、本気っつうか執念っつうかかっこよくねえとか思っちゃうね。
See, that's what I think.
Yeah.
いや、いざ
I saw in the comment section people were fighting back and forth, like
クール
about
だと思う人がいるの。
his ideology.
本物のヒーローになれるまでこの左手は残そうと思う。かっこいいよ、飯田君。
はい、私が来
He
た。
is still one of my favorite characters in the show.
Yeah.
ここは運動場ガンマ。複雑に入り組んだ迷路のような密集工業地帯。5人4組に分かれて
Seems easy to get lost in
Yeah, it
there.
does. It reminds me of the container yard
In
in
Fortnite.
Fortnite.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was
誰が一番
thinking.
に私を助けに来てくれるかの競争だ。もちろん建物の被害は最小限にな。指さすなよ。
けど
I think your chakra would do good at this, right? Just make yourself weightless and
Yeah.
pull yourself around. Cellophane would be good at this one. Oh,
Yup.
now they're finally gonna see, yeah. Finally gonna see him being
I think
able to
all
use his
that too
powers.
is like, ooh, like
Yeah.
shocked, you know?
Every time he thinks he's climbing towards something, it's
Yup.
Zuku's getting better, you know.
常に 5%。
5%.
常に緊張と冷静を保って。
Uh-oh.
驚いたぜ。見違えたよ。この授業が終わったら
That's gotta mean everything to him right there, you know.
Yup.
君に話さなければならない時が来た。私とワン・フォー・オールについて。
Yes.
Finally.
Yes.
女子更衣室。
ミネタ君やめたまえ。覗きは立派な犯罪行為だ。
オイラのリトルミネタはもう立派な万歳行為なんだよ。
まず
八百万パイ。明日の個室機。歯学への浮かぶ下着。裏中の裏中ボディに。熱いの以外を。
にも言われてなかったな。
Aww. That was a little
He just
weird.
didn't have a chance. He got stuck in the eye. He would have said something about your luscious ear jacks.
Yeah.
かけたまえ。
He already looks like brooding, you know.
血を取り入れて体の自由を奪う個性で、それが何か。
力を渡した時に言ったことを覚えているかい。食え。違う、そこじゃない。DNA を取り込められるなら何でもいいと言ったはずだ。
じゃまさかヒーロー殺しにワン・フォー・オールが。
いやないよ。
That's what I first thought.
You have to want to pass it on, though, right?
ワン・フォー・オールはもともとある一つの個性から派生したものだ。
もともとあった個性。
So it was
そ
like
の個性の
created.
名はオール・フォー・ワン。他者から個性を奪い己がものとし、
Steel
そ
quirk.
してそれを
一人のため。
これ
I
は
told you it sounded
超常黎明
selfish, you know?
Yeah.
社会がまだ変化に対応しきれてない頃の話になる。個性の発現により突如として人間という規格が崩れ去った。たったそれだけで法は意味を失い、文明が歩みを止めた。君も聞いたことはあるはずだ。彼は人々から個性を奪い、圧倒的な力によってその勢力を広げていった。計画的に人を動かし、思うままに悪行を積んでいった彼は瞬く間に悪の支配者として日本に君臨した。
ネットとかでは
Is that the
似た
guy in
話
the
をよく
TV?
見ますけど、
Like over the League of Villains, I wonder.
その話がワン・フォー・オールにどうつながってくるんですか。
オール・フォー・ワンは与える個性でもあると言ったら、与えられた人の中には
その負荷に耐えられず物言わぬ人形のようになってしまうものも多かったそうだ。
Damn.
ちょうどノームのようにね。
But the Nomu have numerous quirks, don't they? Or like, they have numerous DNA samples.
Yeah. That's
無個性
him.
だと思われていた彼にも一応は宿っていたのさ。
All Might's the
自身も
brother.
周りも気づきようもない。
Yeah?
個性を
How
与える
though?
だけという
Because
意味のない個性が力をストックする個性と与える個性が混ざり合った。
wow.
これがワン・フォー・オール
That's what I'm
の
saying.
オリジン
That
さ。
would be the first person,
Yeah.
and he's the
皮
eighth.
肉な話さ。敗北を喫した弟は後世に託すことにしたんだ。今はかなわずとも少しずつその力を培っていつか奴を止めうる力になってくれ。
Wow.
That's crazy.
そして私の代でついに奴を討ち取った。
So he beat
は
him?
ずだったのだが
Oh, he survived.
ワン・フォー・オールはいわばオール・フォー・ワンを倒すため受け継がれた力。君はいつか奴と巨悪と対決しなければな
He's
らない。
already had to face off against the League of Villains.
Yeah.
酷な話になるか。
頑張ります。オールマイトの頼み、何が何でも答えます。あなたがいてくれれば、
Oh,
僕は
man.
何でもできる。
ありがとう。
What is it?
違うんだよ、緑谷少年。多分その頃にはもう君のそばにはいられないんだよ。
So basically, he's thinking he's not gonna be alive.
What the?
That was getting pretty emotional.
Well, and if he's gonna go all in and tell him about All for One and like kind of the origin, why not like lay it all out for him?
So
like, for
okay,
him?
so like the younger brother was the first one,
Yeah,
but like, so what's the secret behind the seventh one?
that's what I was thinking he was gonna tell him.
They made it
But
seem
then
like
he said something about he may not be there. See, my other theory was once someone else inherits it, the previous person like dies or like loses
I think
power
like
over
they
time.
slowly over time.
Yeah, like
lose
that.
it.
That was my theory, but he seems to still be.
Yeah.
I mean, other than
Unless,
the fact he
like,
has a hole in his
Since
gut,
he's only using 5%, maybe the more he
the more
he
Deku
uses,
uses
the
his
more
power.
yeah,
That's an interesting theory.
kind of like a homunculus thing in Full Metal, like
The more souls.
like the more souls that the more powerful soul tends to take over time, and the other one just kind of fades away. You know.
Let's see what this is though.
そういえばオールマイト自分については何も
See,
言って
that's
な
what
か
I
った
was wondering is like when
Or
he's
is
gonna
this-
tell his side of the
ヒー
story.
ロー殺し捕まるとは思わなかったが信楽戸村はそんな奴らを統括しなければならない立場となる。わしは先生が前に出た方がことが進むと思うがでは早く体を治してくれよドクター。超再生を手に入れるのがあと5年早ければな。いいのさ、彼には苦労してもらう。次の僕となるために。
Oh
あなた
wow!
はそうなりうる歪みを生まれ持った男。
So he's gonna be the next All for
今の
One.
うちに謳歌するといいさ。オールマイト。カリソンの平和という茶碗をね。
That's what All Might
次
did
回予
to
告
him.
いよいよ始まる決ま
Celebrate this farce of temporary peace. So All Might jacked him up, but
Yeah.
so he's the dude then that made the hole in All Might's gut, and he's the dude that killed the seventh,
Yeah.
right?
I don't know.
The one who was All Might's guy.
Yeah, because it was Gran Torino said
Yeah.
that he killed. Right? He
Yeah,
said
the predecessor.
Yeah, killed the seventh and.
So we only got a partial story. I want the whole story. I thought we were gonna get it all. I
So
thought
who
we
was
were
the
gonna...
guy with the mustache?
I don't know. He looked like what was that dude? The Wild Thornberries.
Oh yeah.
Who is it? Nigel.
Yeah,
is that
Nigel.
What it is? He like as soon as I saw it, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
Wild Thornberry. Shout out to anybody who gets that reference. Anyway, I want to know the whole story. I want to know who was Seven, what went down. I want to see the fight. I'm hoping that they have like a flashback episode.
Yeah.
That shows everything instead of us just like kind of learning about it.
Yeah.
I want to see it.
Right. And also, like, he had, like, wires. Like, it was, like, rejuvenation, he said. And that's what All Might said. He said, like, there was something to keep you from aging.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering if that's kind of, like, what he's doing there.
I don't know. This is the first glimpse into, like, a more major villainous storyline that we've seen. Because Hero Killer Stain is kind of like wrestling, they call him a tweener.
Yeah.
Like, he's not like a full-on 100% evil person. He's somebody who's just driven by an ideology.
Yeah.
But thinks he's doing good, kind of, ish. Or at least restoring some form of balance. Whereas, like, Shigaraki's been pretty horrible the whole time, but hasn't had much direction. Once they assaulted USJ, after that, it's kind of been... You know, he sent the Nomus on the town, but there's been no, like, driving force. You know what I mean? There's been no, like, specific...
But we did have that thing where, like, you know, the hand came off of him and he was, like, father, you know?
Yeah.
And we've been, like, what was that about?
Exactly.
You know? So
well, and he said
like,
he's going to become the next me.
Yeah.
So maybe that's,
maybe
like, the nature of their relationship.
Yeah. So, like, the reason I'm like, oh my gosh, is All Might the little brother... Like, it doesn't make sense because he's the 8th, but, like, I don't know, like, I guess in my head, like, I need, like, a
just
timeline.
the way he was telling it kind of made it seem like it would
But,
be.
like, I need, like, I guess I need to draw, like, a little tree, like, how everybody's connected.
Well, they were just explaining the first one, how it was started.
Because I was like, was there, like, 7, and then that happened on the 7th one where the brother happened?
No, he created it. They were explaining how One for All was even created.
Right.
So it was like All for One, who was stealing powers before.
And the All for One's the guy that's all jacked up.
Yeah.
So he's been around for all this time because
yeah.
he's got like the quirk to keep him alive, I guess. Damn.
I'm excited to see that part of the story. Like, I would be okay with hearing it, but I want to see it.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like that's the only way to fully take it in. Because I want to see what caused All Might's injury.
Yeah,
like what kind of attack or like what could possibly have injured All Might, like the symbol of peace that deeply.
Right.
I don't know.
I
also want to know more about Gran Torino, like his whole thing of why he became here.
He was like,
so did he get his hero license just to like track?
Yeah, how does he fit in? I feel like he fits in somewhere with.
Well, we know he fits in with 7.
Yeah.
Because he and All Might have talked about it. But again, we've only really got a portion of the story. There's so much more that we need to learn here, and it all revolves around 7, I think.
Is he like a cousin, a far off cousin?
I don't know.
No, I don't know either. I was just a dumb guess.
Well, like, I don't know. I'm not sure. We just have nothing really to go off of.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't know. It felt really good to have All Might give Deku that, like...
Yeah, and then like, he was really close. He was like, just tell him, you know. But then he didn't. And I'm like, just tell him.
Yeah, but he said just tell him that he might not be able to be there.
Exactly, but like, I feel like...
So that's a whole different thing that we... don't know why.
Probably because he won't be alive.
Well, that's what I'm saying, but why? You know what I mean? Is it just degeneration of his wounds over time? Like, because a healer girl can't heal everything.
Yeah.
Or is it what I was talking about before?
He knows they're coming after him.
I don't know. Because Shigaraki wants All Might dead too.
Exactly.
That's kind of like his driving force. I don't know. I'm excited. We got a little taste. My tongue's dry. It's very hard to do that. We got a little
It
taste.
sounded really dry.
Yeah,
I
it
was
is really dry. I'm super thirsty. My lip is like sticking to my teeth because I'm so thirsty. But we got a little taste of the information that I want. I love lore. I love background stories to the stories that you're watching. And we got a little taste of it, but I want so much more. And I wonder where it's going to go from here because we only have 4 more episodes in this season.
This was 33, and there's 38. We have 5 more in this season.
There's 38. I thought there was only 36 for some reason. I don't know. Let me see. What do we got?
38.
Yeah, we got 38. So we're on. So we have 34, 5, 6, 7, 8, 5 more. Crazy.
Crazy.
What's gonna wrap up in this season already?
I don't know. I'm just really happy that season 3 is already out because that means that we can just roll right into it. Because people have had to wait between.
Well, I'm trying to think.
But we
yeah,
don't.
like Attack on Titan.
Yeah.
Well, what I'm kind of nervous about is once we catch up and we have to wait every week, like everybody else.
Yeah. It's gonna suck.
That's what sucks about catching up on shows. We get the fun part where it's like we can binge through all these years people waited, and then once we get caught up, it sucks on one hand because you're like, oh, we have to wait week by week to figure out what's going on. On the other hand, though, it's like we're finally caught up with the fandom and we can like enjoy it as y'all enjoy it at the same time.
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Right.
I don't know. I'm just wondering where we're at in the storyline now. Stain is caught. We heard about all the villains having like an awakening, essentially going to go to League of Villains. We have 5 episodes left for something to happen. And I'm like, what is it going to be?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's kind of started teasing All For One, or at least talking about him. Will he be regenerated in 5 episodes to make an appearance, do you think?
I don't know.
Do you think that's what they're pushing towards?
I think it might be the cliffhanger for the series.
Is All For
season.
One? Is that his name? What is his name?
I don't know if we know that yet.
Because we don't call All Might One for All. You
Yeah.
know, like All For One, he must, like the guy with All For One must have a name.
Yeah.
I don't know. Let us know what you thought in the comment section down below. Like it if you did. Sub if you don't already. Shout out to our patrons watching the full and early reactions up on Patreon. Thank you so much for your support. It means the world to us. You really, really don't know how much it means to us, but it does mean the world to us. And we'll have more videos up for you soon. We love you guys. I'm going to go get a drink now.
Ribbit, ribbit.
Bye.
Bye.